Justin Portillo is one of the most successful professional soccer players from the state of Louisiana.
Portillo scores! New Mexico is alive tonight!
He has made his mark from coast to coast and has done it for a long time. In 2024, he reached a milestone, 20,000 minutes played in the USL.
From a young age, just kind of the hard work put into the game, but I think, you showing up and being competitive and working hard, I think those are kind of non-negotiables, and I've kind of always been like that. I think things like that are kind of what, led me to have a long career.
That hard work started on soccer fields in New Orleans, where he and his brother Josie got an early start in the game under the watchful eye of their father.
I never made it professionally, so he kind of lived through me and my older brother. So I think as soon as we can walk, he kind of put a ball out in front of us and kind of made us play to see, if we had it in us.
Yeah, we grew up always playing against one-on-one, me and him, always out in front of the house. I was always trying to challenge him. I was a good challenge for him. We were very competitive. He always tried to beat me. I always tried to beat him.
Playing for Lafreniere Soccer Club, Portillo thrived, and his talent was noticeable.
I think I was 5 when I joined my first team with Lafreniere, and this is back when you play on the little small goals, like 5v5, and then I kind of did that for a while, and then once about 10, 11 is when I think things started to kind of kick off for me as far as potential and things like that.
He was born with it. So at an early age, when we brought him out to Lions Field where we started, his short sleeve shirt was to his wrist, but the control he had on the ball was just different.
Both brothers would go on to play college soccer, Josie at Florida Gulf Coast, while Justin would go to Coastal Carolina, although he almost missed his chance to go there.
Yeah, that was kind of a funny story. So I was talking to Louisville for a while, and then that kind of fell through super late into the process. And the head coach at Coastal Carolina, Sean Docking, I knew him from ODP. And then it got so late into it that I kind of had to reach out to Coastal and, kind of say like, hey, do you guys still have room on your team, basically? And he was amazing enough to always keep that door open for me.
And what a career it was for the Chanticleers, named to the Big South All-Decade team while playing in 4 NCAA tournaments. Portillo's name is still all over the Coastal record book for matches played, started, and in assists.
I never really thought of I guess all those, like the starts and all that, until it was almost close to the end of the 4 years. I just kind of try to keep my head down and play and grind.
When his time in Conway was up, his hope was to play professionally, and he did, just down the road in Charleston.
I ended up not getting drafted, and I didn't really hear much for a couple weeks. I was honestly thinking about, okay, now I need to find out what's next in life. Like, I thought I was done after college at that point. And then Mike Anhauser, the head coach at Charleston Battery at the time, reached out to my college coach, and they called me in for a 2-week trial. So I was just like, well, this seems like this is it. Like, if this doesn't happen for me, then I'll have to look for another career. And luckily I played well enough, and after about a week and a half, they offered me a contract.
Here's Charleston's opportunity. Justin Portillo finds the top corner.
He was 2014 Newcomer of the Year and made 104 appearances for the Battery. And then he went west to play for the Real Monarchs, where he appeared in 32 matches and won the league title in 2019. Portillo would also appear in 11 matches in the MLS with Real Salt Lake.
Just the opportunity to maybe impress and have the potential to make the MLS. I think just that thought alone was the driving force to me signing the contract there. And signed the contract there. Again, just kind of went in with the mindset of, you got something to prove. I think I had a really good year in 2018, and still had no idea or to make the first team. And then they invited me into preseason that year. I got the call from my agent, and the GM called him and said that they wanted to offer me a contract. And that was kind of an unforgettable moment. Yeah, quickly called my mom right after.
Portillo would stay out west, moving down to New Mexico United, where his USL success continued. 65 matches and 13 goals scored.
Portillo, the other way, he scores.
He spent part of 2024 with FC Tulsa before joining his current club, Sacramento Republic.
This is amazing. I think, for one, the fan base is amazing. This is a club that they definitely get behind the team. I think it's been awesome, and I would say just the professionalism of the club in the USL, I think it's one of the top in the league for sure.
These days, a match in Birmingham, Alabama is as close as it gets to a New Orleans home game for Justin Portillo. But still, being here with all of this and 12 years of professional soccer under his belt, it would have been unimaginable to that little kid kicking it around in Lafreniere Park.
I've always believed in myself, and I've always had love for the game. But no, I wouldn't have believed that I could have even played 4 years in college and get a college degree, and then to play 12 years professionally. I think that's just all kind of a bonus. It's flying by. It flew by.
I've been his biggest fan since day one. So when he made it, it felt like we both made it. But yeah, we didn't think it would take him this far. Being on FIFA, we get to play with him in the video game, playing for Real Salt Lake, playing MLS, and then the clubs he's played for in the USL.
He's been along the whole time. He's believed in me, and also my mother as well. All my siblings, my father as well. But I think my mom, she's definitely proud of her little boy.
His family is proud, and New Orleans is proud of the kid who started kicking it in Metairie and is still kicking it in Sacramento. In Birmingham, Alabama, I'm Paul Boron.